Good morning. It's great to be here after getting a road conference win this weekend at San Diego State. Obviously pleased with the victory, although we are cutting it very, very tight as far as having chances to lose a game. You got to give San Diego State and their coaches and players credit. They had a great plan of attack against us. They executed well, and we were lucky to get out of there with the win. Looking forward to this week, returning back to Bulldogs Stadium. I think our fans are excited about this week being a blackout. We've already sold close to 37,000 tickets. We anticipate it's going to be sold out by Wednesday, so if you want to come, better get your tickets by Wednesday, I would think, because it's going to sell out quick here. Also like to thank the Red Wave for their support down in San Diego State. I think we had about 5,000 fans down there, and our players definitely felt the energy and could hear them, especially down the stretch. And while I was doing some media stuff, all of our team went over to thank the fans. I thought that was really pretty cool. But excited about Nevada coming in for the blackout. I want our fans to wear black. We've had a great rivalry with Reno, and I anticipate this game being very much like the rest of them, very hard fought, and should be a heck of a game for people to watch. So with that, oh, by the way, it's 7:30 on ESPNU. So with that, any questions?
You talked about the players wearing black, wanting the fans to wear black. What are the coaches wearing?
Probably wear something like this. Coaches will be in black. We'll have to have some of our guys who are signaling in a little bit different so that guys can get picked out on the sideline, but I'll be in black.
As you let that sink in on the flight back home, that game in San Diego State, what's the overall message that you think your team should take from what unfolded there, the way you guys won and where you are right now? Again,
our guys' resolve and confidence in each other and what we do is huge. This group, to have 3 games like we had, go right down to the last play, 4 games, and win all 4 of them, I think speaks highly. And I mentioned it early on. I mean, those kind of wins can galvanize a team, and I think it speaks to the resolve of our players, their willingness to do whatever it takes. Guys like Marcel Jensen and Cody Wickman and Austin Wentworth on that final play of regulation, volunteering, coach, get us in. We'll go block the thing and actually go out and do it. And guys on the sideline, no panic, expecting that to happen. And there becomes a belief when good things happen, and hopefully we don't have to go down the final play every week, but if it does, our guys feel like we're going to keep on winning those games.
Can you put us in your head at that moment? Because, you practice field goal block all the time. You hadn't had a blocked field goal since you've been here after they changed that rule. And these guys come to you in the moment and say, put us in there. I mean, that's not an easy decision for a coach to make, is it?
I don't know. Just at the time, it seemed right. Duran had gone down, and Duran was normally our jumper on that. And, Marcel comes up, and, I'm looking at big old 6'6" Marcel thinking, why didn't I think of this before? But no, it was great. And again, I think it just speaks to the character of our guys that, hey, whatever it takes, put me in, coach. I want to go make a play. And we've got a ton of guys that are like that.
LJ went down in I think it was the first half of the game.
And the first quarter.
Yeah. What's his status? Do you know if he's going to be?
He's going to get an MRI today. He's got a lower leg injury, and we'll probably find out this afternoon what's up with him. He'll likely be out this week, but right now I don't know the details.
How big of an impact is that on your defense?
It's big. I mean, he's our most experienced corner, obviously, a team leader. Creates a lot of energy for our guys. Great guy in the locker room, practice field. He's a lot of fun. But when someone goes down, it creates an opportunity for someone else. I thought Jamal did some good things. Getting in the fray as a freshman is tough, especially against the skilled receivers that San Diego State had. But I thought he held his own, and I think with reps he'll continue to get better.
You mentioned Duran went down as well too. But he was able to come back and break up that last play. Was he okay? They think he'll be ready?
Yeah, he should be fine. I mean, I'll tell you, he had a couple things going on with him, and was really banged up, and he went from being dead to, okay, I think I see him moving on the sideline with Bose, and Lazarus, we need him in overtime. He's ready to go. So it was again, it's important to so many guys on our team. They want to be there in the fray when it's not cutting time, and he didn't care, that his body is just falling apart. He's going to want to be out there, and I think that's inspirational to our entire team. They see guys like him, guys like Andy Jennings, whose shoulders banged up. They want to win, and they want to be out there, whatever it takes.
I was going to go Willis Reed or maybe even Tebow playing with the broken bone, but Lazarus, I think, kind of tops them all. Do you feel like there's something beyond football going on here? I mean, the way you guys are getting the right break at the right time and just refusing to lose?
Well, I told our guys after the game, apparently God is a Bulldog fan. It's been wild, but I also think it speaks to our core values. We talk about trust and love and telling the truth. And I really believe our players trust each other and love each other, and they're willing to do whatever it takes. And there's a synergy that happens when you have that, when you've got unselfish players. Nobody cares who gets the credit. Someone's going to make a play. And we had a ton of different guys make plays during that game that, Martez Waller, a week ago, we didn't think he was going to play. I mean, he's making some of the key game plays in that game. Josh Quezada is banged up. He had a key third down run to continue a drive for us. Each week it's someone new. Devontae usually, Harp usually, Isaiah made some huge catches. It's a bunch of guys making big plays.
And how about your quarterback? How about the resilience he showed and the gear he kicked into for those 2 huge drives?
Yeah, I mean, we expect those from Derek. In the first half, admittedly, he struggled, and they did a lot of things to confuse him and our coaches. We had to, make some adjustments, and at halftime, got him calmed down and got into a rhythm, and our guys made some catches, and to me, that's what quarterbacks are supposed to do. You're not going to play perfect every game. In baseball, sometimes that pitcher doesn't have his best stuff that day, and you got to find a way to win. And that's what DC did. And when we had to go down in overtime in the touchdowns in the second half, he made the throws.
Ed, when's the last time you saw across the line 6 guys standing up and nobody in a 3-point stand?
I've seen teams do those kind of things. Jolie Dunn, when he was at New Mexico, used to do that a bunch, and different places. Southern Miss, I forget the guy's name. That radar defense. John Thompson, I think, was the defensive coordinator doing that. It's been a while, but we knew with 2 weeks they were going to probably do some exotic things. Offensively, they did a good job. Coach Toledo changed a lot of their tendencies. Good teams do that, and our guys had to adjust because you go in, hey, we know what they've done to this point, and you get your players drilled into, we anticipate this. They change, and sometimes it takes a little while for us to change.
Coach, you've talked about the positives of coming out of a game like that with the win. Can you talk about maybe a little bit of the negatives of being in that position in the first place, then maybe the voters putting you down a spot in the AP poll, which does factor into the BCS poll?
I really don't care about that, though, David.
But just talk about the negatives of just maybe, being in that position in the first place, especially in Game 7 and not coming, playing your best football of the year.
I mean, it's one of those things. When someone has 2 weeks to get ready for you, as talented as they are and as well coached they are, they've got a lot of pride too. They practice. It's their home game, their homecoming. I thought they played very inspired, and it's a tribute to them. I don't want to take anything away from San Diego State by saying, we played down. They created that. And, you look in college football, every single week, favorites lose. I mean, it happens. I think it's a testament to our guys that they found a way, by the skin of our teeth, but to win a football game. And it speaks to the resolve, and it speaks to the glue that our players have with each other. Are we a great team right now? No. I mean, we got a lot of holes we got to fix, and that's what makes it exciting for us as coaches each week. Is that, you bask in the fact that we're in first place in our league and we're undefeated in the league, but we can't rest on anything because we have got to improve each week if we want to accomplish goals we want to accomplish.